You are live. That's what my screen says. Does your screen say that, Lynn?
No.
No, I just had to let you know. Sorry. It's true, though. You are live. I am live. We're both live. We're both alive and streaming live.
You're in the show. You're part of this.
What'd you say?
Mine says you're in the show.
You are in the show. Okay, good to know. All right, so as people trickle in, I'm going to do a little announcements. I'm going to try to look at the camera and not awkwardly at Lynn, like I'm looking off to the side. So I'm going to do a little announcements, and then we're going to do a little interview, and then we're going to hear some songs from Lynn O'Brien, which is going to be great. We are so glad you're here or watching the rebroadcast or whatever you're doing. We are glad you're taking in new music. Thank you. This music is brought to you by The Warming House. The Warming House is a small listening room music venue in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and we fit about 40 people in our audience, so it feels kind of like a house concert. Wow, there's big bulldozers outside. Like the little kid in me kind of wants to be like, let's just go watch them dig big holes in the streets. Okay, they're driving away. So we present mostly acoustic music and singer-songwriters and all that good stuff. We do 150 shows a year, 100 community events a year. We're a nonprofit organization. And we've been around for 4 years now. Yay, happy birthday to us. Lynn just asked me while we were kind of prepping for this show, she's like, does it feel like it's been a lifetime or like a minute? And I said, yes. Exactly. So we've been closed since mid-March, and we decided to put together a whole month of shows. So 4:00 Central every day in May, you'll find new music right here. Right here is either on Facebook or on YouTube. Please share these that you're watching right now, or if you have stumbled across it after the fact, share it. We are also saying, all these shows are free, but if you feel like tipping or donating, that's awesome. We are splitting all the proceeds with the artists, 80-20, in the artist's favor, of course. I'll put those links in the comments. Please comment, let us know where you're here, let us know where you're listening from, all that good stuff. Okay, I think I accomplished the announcements. And now the bulldozer's backing up. It's like a little song.
Yeah, I'll try to match that key if it keeps going.
What?
I'll try to match that key if it keeps
going. I like every once in a while I'll hear like a car beeping or like a bulldozer thing, and I'm like, what is that note? And I mean, I have relative pitch, but I don't have perfect pitch. But it'd be really fun to be like, oh, that's an A. What is it? Do you know what it is?
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna like geek out later and like play my keyboard and figure it out. Okay, really loud noises, so walking inside. Lynn, how are you?
I'm doing just fine.
Yeah?
Good. A sleepy day down here in St. Louis.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Clothes I have like
bottom.
I'm sorry, what?
Clothes on top and pajamas on bottom.
Awesome, perfect. I'm wearing pajamas every day, but I put earrings on just to make it feel like I'm fancy and normal, right? I like earrings, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I have a couple questions for you, a few like super easy ones, a few, more challenging ones, but you get to decide which ones are challenging and easy, I suppose. I just want to check in first and foremost. How the heck are you holding up during this COVID craziness?
Yeah. Today I'm feeling really buoyed by friends, just like really connected to my friends, and also really tired and kind of riding the waves of each day personally, as I think we all are collectively. I think it's been a challenge and a blessing in all the ways. I don't even know how to sum it up, but in this moment I'm doing just fine, and I'm ready to like slip into some music and something to focus on.
Yay, excellent. I've been watching your, I always watch your socials and I love it. And you do, we should have hosted you on a Friday now that I think of it, because you do these, what do you call them? Like Friday, 5-word Friday or something, or 6-word pep talk or something.
Oh yeah, I do have a series called 6-Word Pep Talk. Yep. That's messages to help soothe you or give you a swift kick in the pants. But it's summed up into 6 words, and then I'll create like an improvised a cappella video to go along with it that expresses that message.
And this is all part of your music life, but this is kind of part of your coaching life too. I mean, it all kind of, it's like the Venn diagram of all the things that you do is quite tight, I suppose. So
yeah, what is that? Like most of my stuff is like coaching set to music or express, I like that they can blend together and kind of feed into each other.
So can you tell folks about the coaching work that you do?
Sure. So for the last few years, I've been feeling really pulled to work with women. So the practice is called Coaching for Courageous Women. And the area of focus is always client driven, but we use a lot of intuitive and right brained and like embodied exercises to help women get in touch with what they already know, to kind of come home to themselves. And there may be a specific topic like setting clearer boundaries or more bold communication or time management or self-care during a pandemic.
For instance.
Setting more goals, throwing away your goals and living in the moment. It's just having a hand on your back and really helping you zoom out and have another person unpacking it with you in the practice of coaching.
I love it. I love it so much. It's fantastic. So where can people, well, I know the answer to this, so I should just tell the people. LynnO'Brien.love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love that you got a .love. That's so sweet and perfect. When I learned you could get other things than .com, and org or whatever, I was like, oh, this is an opportunity. And then I was like, okay, this is too much to think about. But you like went right for the love. If you don't know Lynn, she also has these wonderful tattoos that just say, it says B on one of her, not shin, but the other side of the leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's it.
My back shin.
Your action. B and love, right there. So it's so wonderful. Okay, I have a very, maybe quite easy question. I think it is quite easy for you. What is your favorite color?
It has been changing, and I'm trying to think right now. I would say like a sage green.
Oh my gosh, seriously, there's something with musicians right now. Like I've been asking all musicians what their favorite color is, and like only one person said blue, and everybody's like earthy green.
Oh, funny.
Yeah, it is.
Spring is emerging, and it's just like, oh yes, like
we're feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Okay, we may have asked you this question because you've played the Warming House a few times. And those shows are always so fun. So we may have asked you this question. I want to know one musician that you would like to have breakfast with and why.
I would say Aretha Franklin, because I'd like to do anything with her. I'd be very curious what she would select for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just want to talk about whatever came up naturally.
Yeah, she would be a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
I'll be your waiter when you have breakfast with her.
Oh, great.
Okay, cool. Or I can make the eggs. I have chickens. So if y'all are egg eaters, I got you covered.
Sounds good.
Cool. Awesome. And I'll eavesdrop. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that question is so funny. It goes either way. It's like, who do you want to party with, or like, have a morning martini with, or and just listen to records, or who do you want to like learn from and like take in? And
yeah. And I like that with certain people, you feel drawn to different things. I remember meeting somebody and just feeling like, God, they would be the best to go camping with. I just want to like have a long weekend of camping.
Yeah.
I want to people watch with that person, or
let's go swim in a lake together. Like that person would be fun to swim in a lake with at night or whatever.
You do with your friends, like you pick out people for certain activities.
Yeah, totally. But even when you just like meet someone that someone you've just met, you like sometimes you can get that inkling like, oh, that person is like someone who I want to da da da. Yeah.
Totally.
Right? Yeah. Maybe that's like an intuitive person sort of thing to do. I don't know. Maybe we're weird.
I don't know.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I have one more question for you. So I'm gonna ask Lynn one more question, and then we're gonna get to a short set of music, 4 songs at 4 o'clock for our 4th birthday. Look at all that, and all those fours. It's gotta be good, right? I don't know what the number 4 means.
Oh yeah.
Anybody? Good.
Nothing but good.
Sweet, awesome. So we're gonna hear 4 songs. I'm gonna ask her one more question. We hear 4 songs, and then we're all gonna go about our lovely day. If Lynn has more than 4 songs, that's lovely too. It's just gonna happen how it happens, and we're so glad that she's here with us. Again, you've tuned into the Warming House show. We'll be here every day in May at 4 o'clock. I'll put the tip links in the comments, and please come back. Tomorrow is Rachel Kilgore, and Saturday is John Smith from Wisconsin. And Sunday is my dear friend Julie Lloyd, who has not performed in such a long time, but is getting back into it. And she's out in Connecticut, and she's a mom of 2, and it's Mother's Day, and it's going to be a great show. I guess that's all of the announcements I have. The end announcements. I got one more question for you. What is the very first recording you ever bought?
Oh, the very first.
Have we not asked you this question yet? I love this question.
I'm trying to remember, and I have a couple answers that popped to mind, which makes me think maybe I have answered it years back at the Warming House.
Sure.
It's definitely a cassette tape.
Yeah, because
for my own, like we had a ton of cassette tapes from like my parents' generation that I would like feed into, but I think the one I bought for myself was either Hanson.
Yes.
Shania Twain.
Or what?
Shania Twain.
Oh yes.
Oh man, I was so into her.
Mm-hmm.
I would say one of those.
Amazing. I love it when people answer Hanson is like the best thing ever. It happens every once in a while, and I'm like, yes, it's the bop, right?
I know, yeah. Yeah.
Seriously.
So many great songs on there. Even now, sometimes those get stuck in my head, and I'm like, they really had a hook. Those
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they were like tiny humans.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having a little conversation with me. It's so good to check in with you.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to hear your songs. Everybody watching, please welcome to the stage Lynn O'Brien.
Thanks, Brianna. Okay, hi, Sarah Johnson. Hey, Jen. Glad you guys are here. I'm going to pretend that I'm down in the Warming House with those warm, beautiful boards of wood on the wall behind me, and like the world's most attentive, lovely sound people at the back of the room in front of me, and that y'all are cozied up together within healthy space, on couches and chairs, and that the lights just fell low, and we all just get to have some time together for the music. So grateful for this focus and distraction today. Definitely gives me something to do after a season of losing work and just, improvising with the next offering and the next thing. I'm going to start with a tune that I wrote about 10 years ago. It's called Don't Dig So Deep. And it's a song that's just kind of resurfaced in my mind because this is really a time of managing our expectations for ourselves and for each other during this unexpected COVID-19 experience. So expecting less of yourself, lowering those expectations, perhaps not digging so deep or having to work so hard in the ways that you may demand of yourself when things are back to normal. Don't dig so deep. Don't work so hard. Don't light a candle just because it's dark. Don't sing so loud. Don't reach so far. Sometimes you can't just be where you are. I'm pushing ahead and moving along, working hard, fingers to the bone. Leaves my mind erasing when the day is done. When the day is done, will you recall this time at all? Will it blur like watercolors on a page? Going too fast to slow down below. Well, yeah, I know, but sometimes, damn, it's so hard to change my ways. Oh, pushing ahead, I know that alone, working hard, fingers to the bone, leaves my mind erasing when the day is done. When the day is done, da-da, yeah, oh, la, pushing ahead and moving along, working hard, fingers to the bone, leaves my mind erasing when the day is done. When the day is done. Ooh. So that's Don't Dig So Deep. Hey to the folks that just came in. Thank you for being here. As you can see in the background, I've got this beautiful blue whale on my wall, which is my favorite animal. And then up here we have, these are a pair of antlers. I'm not somebody who would normally want any part of an animal displayed in my home, but they're antlers that my husband found in the woods by his house when he was little, and kept them as a keepsake. And his dad had this piece of art made for him from their hometown out of those antlers, and we've just gotten attached to this piece. So this is our animal display office room here in St. Louis. All right, let's see. What song wants to be played next? Those of you who are tuning in, if you can see on the chat, maybe I'll give you a choice. I could do Leave Your Porch Light On from the recent Rising album. A new song about being willing to receive. A song of grief called You Used to Come Into My House that has a kind of eerie resonance for right now. You've Got a Friend, the cover of the Carole King, James Taylor tune. Oh, How Things Change, Golden Ticket, You Belong by Tom Petty. In case any of those pop to mind and you'd like to hear them, let me know. I think for now I'll next move to Leave Your Porch Light On. This is a song about, let me grab my capo. This is a song about self-care as asking for help and letting the folks in your life know how they can be there for you if you foresee that a hard time may be on its way. And I recently gave a talk on boundaries, and I realized the song also names the boundaries of how you show up for yourself for another person and how you can negotiate what you are and aren't able to give at any given time. Leave your porch light on. If I decide I've had all I can take, if I get too tired, if I need a break, if I'm at your door when the day's been too long, would you grab me a chair and put the kettle on? 'Cause nothing blows all year long. Not every melody sounds like a song. Sometimes things go right, sometimes they go wrong. So would you leave your porch light on for me? Would you drop your plans? Would you stay up late? Would you talk me down from the ledge? Would you help me escape? Would you fire me up? Would you cool me down? Would you take my hand when I can't see the sky from the ground? 'Cause where I'm gonna need help. You better believe I got your back as well. This may be a long road for me. So would you leave your porch light on? Would you leave your porch light on? Would you leave your porch light on? For me. That's Leave Your Porch Light On. And oh, it looks like I may not be able to see your comments anymore. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll just keep on playing. I'll try to into it in case you've given me any requests. One of the funnest, the most fun parts about playing at the Warming House is that whether you've been there or not, it's the best listening room venue in Minneapolis and Minnesota, in my opinion. And I had a pleasure of playing a show there within their first month of opening, and then pretty regularly, at least for me, over these last 4 years. And going there feels like home, and it feels like so professionally run, and yet you can try out anything. So there's been some really wild improvisations and new pieces and making things up on the spot and sharing covers I wouldn't normally, or songs from my childhood that I whipped back out. Once there was a huge power outage across many parts of Minneapolis, and I ended up doing an acoustic concert in the dark with my family. But it's like the perfect space for that, because our cocoon really forms. It really wraps its way around the audience and the artist and holds them there together. So I'm just missing that, and missing the intimacy that's possible with live music. Oh, here's some some comments. Yeah, that blackout show was so special. They ended up lighting some candles, and it was just really, really sweet. Jenny, new song. Yeah, I can share that. So this is a new tune called Willing to Receive, and it's my own practice of what does it mean to be willing to receive. I've been doing a lot of work on this lately and just wrote a song kind of exploring what that means. I think it's one of the most important things we can ever learn. What does it mean to be willing to be filled? Can I become naked, empty and still? Can I become patient, detached from my will? Oh, what does it mean to be filled? What does it mean to be willing to receive? Can I know I am worthy, worthy, worthy of all that I need? Can I trade hesitation for unshakable belief? What does it mean to receive? Oh God, change me. Oh, change me. Oh, change me until I am free. What does it mean to be willing to trust? Can I loosen my grip on never enough? Can I leave all my questions behind in the dust? Oh, what does it mean to trust? Oh, change me. Change me. Change me until I am free. Until I receive. So it's kind of the rough draft of Willing to Receive, but feels really good to play. Feels like the like prayer that my soul most wants right now. Thank you. I love the whale wall as well. This whale is a good friend to us. Sarah, Golden Ticket. Yeah, I'd love to play that one. This is a song off the most recent album. And pretend that there's some really kick-ass cello and violin on it, brought to you by the OK Factor, a great Minneapolis-based duo. The song is about finding refuge in the present moment. All the times I spoke too soon, or waited too late. All the times I changed my tune or made the same mistakes. All the times I held on so tight, or maybe not tightly enough. All the times I shut the door, I followed fear over love. Oh, where can I go? Anywhere else to make it not so? Oh, where can I go when I already know? This moment is my golden ticket. No matter what road I choose, this moment is my golden ticket. If I can just write it through. All the things I may never say, the places I may never go, the questions I carry all my days, the things I'll never know, all the stories I want to tell, all that I hope to create, every damn thing that's possible when belief guides the way. Oh, how can I be brave? Can anyone else show me the way? Tomorrow and yesterday, you won't be my cages. This moment is my golden ticket. No matter where I choose, this moment is my golden ticket. If I can just write it through, I can just write it through. So that's Golden Ticket. And if you want to hear the version with the beautiful strings on it, you can go to the LynnO'Brien.love website. There's all the recordings there. Another little announcement is that today is the last day that I'm accepting requests for singing telegrams for Mother's Day. I've been doing these fun little a cappella videos where there's 4 or 5 harmonies at once, making these little vocal circle songs that celebrate a specific customized message. And they're also adaptable in terms of musical style or genre. But they're a fun thing. So if that intrigues you and you're willing to get in your order by the end of the day, feel free to message me, contact me through that website. And it's all pay what you can. Same with my coaching packages, and being a guest facilitator for mindfulness practices or live music or leading a supportive discussion on Zoom calls right now. So I've been offering this pandemic special for pay what you can that ends tomorrow. So if any of those would be supportive to you and your people, just let me know. Okay, so that's 4 tunes. I think I'm going to do one more if you're up for it. It's about 4:35. Let me see here. Yeah, I think a song that's kind of on par with my mood right now is "How Can I Give My Love Away." It's a soothing song that you can kind of sink down into that helps me remember to reassess how I can show up in my community each day. You know, that again, putting on your own mask first and really redefining what you have to offer, but always thinking about other in that process. Early in the morning, I rise, open my eyes, and what if from that moment I decide to hold a question in my mind? How can I give my love away? How can I give my love away? I see it in the news and in the streets. Such tragedy. I hear it in the voices of the grieving. They're all wondering the same thing. Wondering how can I give my love away? Oh, how can I give my love away? The road ahead need not be clear to keep walking. The conversation need not be a short one. Ooh, no more fear nor hate and no more poison. Until we care for everyone, we are all orphans. I was not designed to stand by, nor to look away. But in times like these, I redefine how I can show up each day. Ooh, asking myself, how can I give my love away? Oh, how can I give my love away? How can I give my love? Oh, how can I give my love? How can I give my love away? you give your love away. You can donate to the warming house online today. Since you asked, that's one way you could do it. How can I give my love away? Maybe I'll check on my neighbors. Maybe I'll call a friend. Maybe I'll go to bed early till the day ends. Maybe I'll volunteer and sew some masks for all the healthcare workers. Maybe I'll adjust my workload, spend time with my family. Oh, how can I give my love away? Oh, how can I give my love away, away? Thanks, y'all. Thanks to Brianna and the Warming House team. I love you all, and just sending you so much care. Be so gentle with yourselves till we meet again. Thanks for having me.